Welcome y'all to a Proverbs a Day challenge where we're talking about biblical principles around finances, money, wealth, and just in general, just getting some wisdom from Proverbs. A Proverbs a Day keeps poverty away. So I want to talk today, we're talking about Proverbs Chapter 7. And this is what I'm learning in business, okay? Majority of the time in business, the problems aren't a business problem. A lot of the problems that come up are a people problem. Whether it's partnerships, the wrong partnerships, it could be people not knowing how to manage people, and it could even be yourself not knowing how to manage yourself, right? If you can't even get your personal life straight, how are you going to get a business straight? Business is kind of like raising up a child, right? It's another full-time double job type of focus. So to be able to understand and discern people, this is one of those things that's going to take you to another step of leverage, freedom. And when you're building a business, you have to get yourself right. You have to be a good leader so you can lead other people. Depending at the scale of what you want to build. Obviously, nowadays, there's so many different side hustles where you could be a one-man army making 20, 30 grand a month, maybe one VA, depending on the business model. But there's a lot of leverage. But if you're trying to scale past that, you're going to learn how to manage and lead people. Proverbs chapter 7, I'm just going to read the first couple verses in Proverbs 7, starting at verse 1. It says, "My son, keep my words and treasure my commands within you. Keep my commands and live, and my law as the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and call understanding your nearest kin, that they may keep you from the immoral woman, from the seductress who flatters with her words." And if you keep reading the rest of Proverbs chapter 7, you're going to get revelation on who this seductress person is. Who is this immoral woman? And it doesn't have to be a woman, it could be a man or a woman. Really, what it's really talking about is the characteristics and the spirit of somebody, okay? The spirit that's operating. It could be a spirit of being a seductress, somebody that is prideful, okay? That could be a spirit of pride. So as I'm looking, if we can discern the people that we partner up with, that we're leading, that we're managing, if we can discern if they're the right people, this will protect us. And it literally tells us in verse 3, write the commandments of God, God's wisdom, his word, write them on the tablets of what? Your heart. You need to guard your heart because the heart can be deceitful above all things, it says in Jeremiah. So sometimes we want to partner with people, hire people, work with people because of a feeling, but it's not coming directly from God and it's not going to produce good fruit. This is why we need wisdom from God. That wisdom increases knowledge, discernment, revelation. This is stuff that it starts to increase and we're able to know ahead of time so we're not making a mistake. Because if they get weird when you guys are making $10,000 a month, it's going to get weird when you're making $10 million a year. Okay. And I'd rather be able to discern it, cut it off early before it gets big and you get lawyers and all these things involved. This is, I know I'm going to the very extreme, but this is true wisdom. I've learned this countless times, many times. Like you try to go half and half on a project, but you do way more than what the other person does. And this is where managing people, leading people, discerning people, knowing that if these are the right partnerships or not, it's going to help us to continue to push forward and not be, you could say, not be. And when I really think about it, not be moved, but also not be deceived. Deception is at an all-time high, and that's what the enemy uses. The enemy can influence people that call themselves Christian. The enemy can influence people that say they go to church. They can influence people at any time if they're not right with God and they don't stay in God's wisdom. They can be led astray. Their heart can deceive them, which leads to deceiving you. This is why we need that wisdom. And then, if you guys want to keep reading in Proverbs 7, it talks about, again, the characteristics behind this crafty harlot, the seductress, the immoral woman. Don't partner up with these people, okay? It's the Bible tells us that light has no fellowship with darkness, so why would we fellowship with those things, those wicked things? Again, write these words, these commandments, this wisdom. His word is a lamp unto our feet, a light unto our path. His word, as we continue to study it and marinate in it and rightly divide the word of truth, we will be able to discern between good and evil. That's God's word in our life. I pray you guys are getting a lot of wisdom in this. Proverbs a Day keeps poverty away. We're talking about biblical wisdom, and this is through the lens of finances, building wealth, being able to understand money in general according to the book of Proverbs. And I pray this stuff is blessing y'all, just giving you at least one revelation on how to move in your season. God bless you guys. Again, I got resources down below. Tap into those trainings, my business YouTube channel. I got a lot of great resources. We do a lot of different businesses in the space. You want to learn that? Follow this journey. God bless y'all. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.